Hey everybody, Ross here, and this is Bible Study Superstar. If this is your first time on this channel, click here to go back to the intro, or if you'd rather just see what's been happening recently, click here to go back to Genesis 31. Now, without further ado, I'm just going to jump right on in to Genesis 32, verse 1. So Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him. When Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's camp." And he called the name of that place Hanaim. Then Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother in the land of Seir, the country of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, "Speak thus to my lord Esau. Thus your servant Jacob says, I have dwelt with Laban, and stayed there until now. I have oxen, donkeys, flocks, and male and female servants. And I have sent to tell my lord, that I might find favor in your sight." Then the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to your brother Esau, and he is also coming to meet you, and 400 men are with him." So Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that were with him, and the flocks and herds and camels, into two companies. And he said, "If Esau comes to the one company and attacks it, then the other company which is left will escape." Then Jacob said, "O God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, the Lord who said to me, Return to your country and to your family, and I will deal well with you. I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and of all the truth which you have shown to your servant. For I crossed over this Jordan with my staff, and now I have become two companies. Deliver me, I pray, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he come and attack me, and the mother with the children. For you said, I will surely treat you well, and make your descendants as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude." So he lodged there that same night, and took what came to his hand as a present for Esau his brother, 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams, 30 milk camels with their colts, 40 cows and 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys and 10 foals. Then he delivered them to the hand of his servants, every drove by itself, and said to his servants, "Pass over before me, and put some distance between successive droves." And he commanded the first one, saying, "When Esau my brother meets you, and asks you, saying, To whom do you belong, and where are you going? Whose are these in front of you? Then you shall say, They are your servant Jacob's. It is a present sent to my lord Esau, and behold, he is also behind us." So he commanded the second, the third, and all who followed the droves, saying, "In this manner you shall speak to Esau when you find him. And also say, Behold, your servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him with the present that goes before me. And afterward I will see his face. Perhaps he will accept me." So the present went on over before him, who he himself lodged that night in the camp. And he arose that night, and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 sons, and crossed over the ford of Jabbok. He took them, and sent them over the brook, and sent over what he had. And Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. Now when he saw that he did not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip, and the socket of Jacob's hip was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaks." And he said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me. So he said to him, what is your name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. For you have struggled with God and with men, and have prevailed. Then Jacob asked, saying, tell me your name, I pray. And he said, why is it that you ask about my name? And he blessed him there. So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. Just as he crossed over Penuel, the sun rose on him, and he limped on his hip. Therefore, to this day, the children of Israel do not eat the muscle that shrank, which is on the hip socket, because he touched the socket of Jacob's hip in the muscle that shrank. Alright, why did God reveal his angels to Jacob just before Jacob found out about his incoming encounter with Esau? The best explanation I can think of is that God already knew that the encounter was coming, and how afraid Jacob was going to be. So God revealed his angels to Jacob to show him that God was with him and would protect him. Now, Jacob initiated the encounter with Esau by sending messengers, probably to see if Esau was still angry and wanted to kill him. Now, why didn't Jacob seek out Esau to begin with? Two possibilities come to mind. Number one, Jacob needed to pass through Esau's land to return to Isaac, and he wanted to do so safely. And number two, Jacob wanted to reconcile his relationship with Esau. Considering that Jacob was in the wrong when they had parted ways, it was Jacob's responsibility to begin the reconciliation process. Why would Jacob want to reconcile? In short, because Esau was family. He wanted to see if the relationship could be salvaged. He probably wanted to seek Esau's forgiveness for wronging him like he had. Now, when Jacob learned that Esau was coming with 400 men, he was quite understandably afraid. In his mind, Esau was coming to exact his revenge for Jacob stealing his birthright and his blessing. He very well might have been. Moving on. Before asking anything of God in prayer, Jacob acknowledges that he was unworthy of everything that God had done for him, and that it was God alone who made him the man that he was. This is a very important principle. When we come to pray, we shouldn't simply ask God for what we want and expect him to be obliged to give it to us. We don't deserve anything from God. We are all sinners, and that makes us unworthy of anything and everything God chooses to do for us. It's because of his mercy and grace that we're even alive at all. So when we come to pray, it's important to recognize and acknowledge our unworthiness and the fact that it is God alone who gives us life, our talents, jobs, and everything else that we have. More importantly, it is God alone that makes it possible to have salvation through Jesus Christ. Now, it's okay for us to show our weakness before God. Jacob readily admitted that he was afraid of Esau. When we show God our weakness, it allows us to give him the chance to handle it for his glory. Moving on. Jacob hoped to soften Esau's heart toward him with his multiple gifts. I wonder if Jacob was also considering the gifts to be repayment for what he had stolen from Esau. Moving on again. It seems plain to me that God let Jacob win the wrestling match. But why? The best explanation I can think of is that God wanted to test Jacob's perseverance. If Jacob had given up and run away, it's possible that God would not have given him the same blessing he had originally intended. Now, when God changed Jacob's name to Israel, he was literally changing his name from supplanter to prince with God. And finally, just like how Jacob left his confrontation with God with a new name and a bad hit, we never come away from an encounter with God the same as when we came into it. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, feedback, or suggestions, leave them down below in a video response or in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all soon in Genesis 33.